to the Bountiful Farmhouse. I am Mindy, and I'm excited to share with you. We moved our little greenhouse indoors a few weeks ago, and we've got some really good things going on. Our brassicas are coming up. We've got some peppers are a little slow. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But what I'm really excited about is the sweet potatoes are starting to root, which means that pretty soon we'll start getting those little shoots that come off them, and those are what we're going to plant. So really excited about all of that. I was a little nervous about things. Let's talk about my peppers. So there's just a few of them coming up. They're really tiny, as you can see, and I think I made a mistake last summer. So a lot going on. A lot of harvest and just a lot of crazy things, life and everything happening. And I left the seeds, my packets of seeds, sitting outside, and I'm trying to remember how long. I think I left them out sitting on my potting bench, which reflects a lot of light because it has a metal top on it. And then they probably went into the greenhouse. Again, just a lot of crazy things in my head and wasn't really thinking. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about safe seed storage today. Don't do what I do. This is the do as I say and not as I do lesson for you. So you want to keep them stored where it's cool. So I bring them downstairs in our house and keep them, our temperatures down here are about 10 degrees cooler than upstairs. So I usually keep them down here. Some people keep them in a freezer from year to year. Some people keep them in their fridge. They just need to be out of sunlight. I don't think they're ruined. I think that the germination rate has slowed down, and they are last year's seeds, and so that's going to make a little bit of difference as well instead of brand new seeds. So with that knowledge, I'm going to be patient and hope that the rest of these sprout. I'm a little also impatient, so today I'm going to pot up a few more just to make sure I have what I need. But I'm also going to jump start a little bit earlier than I would. I usually wait until about St. Patrick's Day-ish weekend and plant all the March plants that would go out in May. But I'm going to jumpstart them. I'm going to do them this weekend while I have the time and give them that couple of weeks to do. The peppers should have sprouted between 7 and 10 days, and it's been 15, I think, since we planted them, going on to maybe even into 20. I've lost track of when we first put them in the ground. I did mark it. So, knowing that, I'm gonna jumpstart a few things earlier. Like many of you, we got hit with a huge storm that came through. I think we were fortunate than some. We only got like maybe a foot or a few more inches than that of snow. We're expecting another storm later this afternoon through Wednesday, more snow. And the chickens are bored. And to keep peace in the coop, I've made a flock block for them. It's really easy to make. We'll put the recipe in the comments for you. It's very easy. You use the chicken feed that you feed your chickens, as well as scratch. And so you mix that, and then it has some oatmeal and cinnamon and cayenne, black molasses, some wheat germ and wheat flour, and it's just super easy. You just mix it in a big bowl, coconut oil and eggs and the egg shells. And so you just mix all that up, you put it in the oven and cook it for 30 minutes, and it hardens up, and then it will store either in the freezer for a little bit. You want to give it, it's a treat, so you don't want to, it's not their main course or anything that way. You don't want to give it to them every day, but it does also help keep them warm in the winter. And so, like I said, I've made it before, and they absolutely love it. So let's go out to the chickens and give them a treat. Come along with me. told you we're going to pot up our tomato plants and a few of the other plants that were to go out, were to be potted in March and then go out around Mother's Day. And I've also mentioned in the past that I like to use peat pots that I've used, but I don't have any more, and I'm too lazy today to go to the store. And so I'm going to use what we have on hand. I save all the pots when in the past years when I've bought plants and stuff, flowers for the yard, different things, I've saved those pots. And so I've rinsed a bunch of them, and you don't want to plant in them until you've cleaned them and sanitized them. And so I'm going to do a 9-to-1 mix of bleach water, let them soak for 10 minutes, and then rinse them with a soapy dish water, and then put them out to dry. And then we'll go out and pot things up before the day ends. So here we go. Right, we've made our way into the greenhouse where I'm going to do the seeding. I think the chickens really enjoyed their flock block. They seem to be cackling away and really enjoying that. All the pots have been cleaned and sanitized and ready to go. So I'm just bringing them out here. I'm going to get some water in my potting soil and get busy doing all of our seeds. This is what I have going on. I've got tomatoes, some watermelon and cantaloupe, cucumbers, some herbs for a tea garden, as well as eggplant, and some herbs for just an herb garden. So chives, marjoram, all kinds of good stuff. And then once I get these seeded, I'll take them downstairs in the house and put them into the greenhouse down there and hope for the best. Thanks for joining us. This is the Bountiful Farmhouse. If you like what you see, please subscribe. And if you have any tips or anything that you want to see, suggestions that you'd like for me to show, please leave those in the comments as well. Thank you.